Head coach Mark Kellogg of the West Virginia Mountaineers said this is the best defensive team we're going to see all season. They held Western Michigan to 21.7% from the field in that win on Sunday. Tip-off goes to West Virginia, and away we go from the WVU Coliseum. Happy to have you with us. Meg Bolger rejoins courtside. West Virginia goes inside to Kyle Watson. Not there. Koulibaly with a good defense. Newcomer Sydney Shaw hands it off to Quinerly, and a travel on Quinerly. As you see the starting five, you saw Shaw and Quinerly touch at that last possession along with Kyle Watson. 4 of these 5 carryovers from last year's team. Sydney Shaw, the Auburn transfer, is the newcomer. She and Aisha Koulibaly actually shared one season together at Auburn. The Texas A&M, Koulibaly will be joined by Kendall Hunter in the starting lineup tonight. Janae Kent, Sahara Jones, and Lauren Ware. The Arizona transfer, Jones saves that one from going into the backcourt. Ware, the tall post, comes outside. Hunter, the Texas transfer, drives, puts it inside, and a nice block from Kyle Watson.
They got to match that defensive intensity with West Virginia's. We know what West Virginia can do with turnovers per game and their bench production. They've had some of the best bench production that you'll see in the NCAA. 79 points from their bench the last 3 games, so they're going to look to get girls out and hit it offensively.
Watson follows her rebound, follows a shot and gets the rebound.
And that's the thing. With this length, you can see how far they can defend on the perimeter. West Virginia has not shot the ball very well the last couple of games, but to pull them out and get those shot blockers out, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. Right on cue.
Kylie Blackston not afraid to pull the trigger from deep, her 3rd 3 of the season. And the Mountaineers break the ice. Quinerly pokes it loose. Watson comes up with it. In transition, Shaw for 3. Strong, but Quinerly right there mops up the window.
That's this West Virginia team right here, I think, in a nutshell. Hitting a 3, forcing a turnover, getting an offensive board and going back up. They're relentless.
A&M having trouble getting the ball inbound. Koulibaly almost lost that one off her legs. Ware looking for options against Blackston. Trying to find Koulibaly inside. She fights through 2 defenders.
That's a tough take. I mean, just completely under control. Great footwork and still able to go up with it. She's certainly someone to contend with. You're going to have to keep an eye on. She's a great shot blocker on the other end.
Jordan Harrison's had a strong start to the season. Stuck in the paint. Comes outside. Quinerly through defenders. Off-balance look, and she's fouled. Fouls on Kendall Hunter. Quinerly, some interesting names that she'll be passing, or she might pass tonight. 2 for Quinerly. That puts her 6 away from a former teammate of yours, Meg. Yolanda Page is the next name.
One of the best point guards that I have ever played with or watched.
That pressure from West Virginia, tight early on. Koulibaly looking for help and gets it. Janae Kent from LSU, the transfer, has that one fall in and out.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see Texas A&M. They don't have a true point guard. I think I was talking to the assistant coach, Chelsea Newton, before the game. She said their really only true point guard is Erica Moon, who only just came into the first live action last Monday. So it's going to be interesting how they divvy up that responsibility at point.
Soleil Williams checked in after the Kendall Hunter foul. She's been handling the ball a little bit more for Texas A&M, but you're right, it's by committee. He checked. Got it! Blackston drains it.
And what work from little Jordan Harrison underneath, kind of just circling the post inside, waiting to get Kylie Blackston open.
Koulibaly can't get it going. She's tried a few times tonight, and a foul under the basket.
Right now only shooting 6 of 30 against Pitt, so they're probably saying, dig inside, help down low. And
you're going to trust her every take. You're going to follow every take she makes.
No, absolutely.
Big 12 all-defensive team a year ago. Jordan Harrison shows you why. Quinerly got in too deep. There's no getting out of this. The only way is forward. I like it.
Yeah, we're not retreating. And, I mean, they have one of the best coaches in the country to learn from and to understand from. So hopefully they become history buffs as well after Coach Joni Taylor.
She studied history in college. She said she's from Mississippi, and as a result, the Civil War is her favorite era. Although being in Paris this summer, Since she's gotten more into the Renaissance. I could have sat and talked history.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Shot clock in single digits. Jones takes the handoff, mid-range baseline. Pops out. Ware cleans it up and gets fouled.
You just have to keep working at it, keep that confidence, and learn something new. There's always something new you can add. Or whether it's, if you're an offensive player, where, okay, I want to have a different move underneath. I want to really work on second chance opportunities to what you can do.
I think people sometimes forget how hard consistency is. That it's an effort to get back to where you were.
No, absolutely. And, I think we're only 4 games in here. I think JJ's starting to just learn, hey, she has a target on her back. There's different things she can do that she, might not have done last year that she's looking to kind of regain. But you got to love when you have another player that can hit threes. Sydney Shaw, the transfer coming in, shooting extremely well, 50% from 3 so far this season.
She was red hot at shoot-around this morning, and that touch has continued. Mountaineers by 11. The posts are different. Jordan Thomas came in for West Virginia at the last buzzer. And Jada Malone, the veteran, is on for Texas A&M. First off the bench for the 4th straight game, Jordan Thomas.
Yeah, you can see with Lauren Ware and Kylie Blackson on the bench. That's a great little floater there inside from Soleil Williams.
Quinerly hits the deck, gets back up. Nice job to keep her dribble. Thomas to the left, and the contact! Jordan Thomas.
After Quinerly gets it, she shows patience. She looks behind her back. Where is she defending me? Oh, she's on my left shoulder high side. I go baseline. I mean, that's a great read from a freshman inside. Kind of gives a little show left and go baseline. That's a great finish.
Just 4 points for her against Pitt on Tuesday, but 6 rebounds, so she definitely made her presence felt. And she's someone that can fill up the stat sheet and the scoreboard in bunches. Steal, Quinerly, can't finish. Watson resets. They feed Thomas again. Well defended by Malone. Plenty of time to shoot. Harrison, nice shove inside. Thomas off the window.
I mean, I don't know how Jordan Harrison got that off, but that was pretty.
Nothing else, so Malone pops from mid-range. That was silky smooth.
That looked nice. And she's not going to take a lot of those shots, but when you do, you might as well knock it down.
Stays with West Virginia.
Jordan Harrison, I thought she was pulling up for the shot there. So did 2 Aggies. And then great vision.
Thomas is inbound, deflected, taken away by Texas A&M. Kent to the corner. Here's Erica Moon. Nice job through the defenders. Erica Moon.
That's a great take. She only saw her first live action in their game on Monday. They said she's the only real true point guard that they have, but coming off a bunch of injuries. That's a great way to come off the bench and get comfortable early. Quinerly
spot up. Missed it long. She was 0 of 10 from beyond the arc against Pitt on Tuesday. Mark Kellogg said at the shoot-around today, the conversation was, it gets beyond 5 or 6. Maybe find something else.
Yeah, they're going to eventually fall for a player like JJ Quinerly. That's a really nice take there. Nice floater. You've seen a couple of those floaters. They know where the openings are in the middle there from Talia Parker. But I feel like it does get to a mental state where I think JJ Quinerly is just trying to place the ball in the basket from 3 right now and force it. Keep that mid-range game. Keep your defense strong, and those threes are going to come.
West Virginia will have the last look. Hand off again. Thomas can't finish. And after 1 quarter of basketball from the WVU Coliseum, the Mountaineers hold a 4-point advantage on Texas A&M. One of your keys for West Virginia, Meg, was move the ball, and they've done that really well in the first quarter. Aggies, meanwhile, on a 6-0 run. They've trimmed the West Virginia lead down to 4. Ken on the baseline. Nothing there. Out to Malone. Tried once in the mid-range and hit. Doesn't fall this time, but a floor foul. First quarter was the most field goals West Virginia has given up in an opening quarter this season. 5 shots from the field for Texas A&M. Here's the 6th, and it's a one-possession game on the Malone bucket.
That's a great take from Malone, starting on the right, finishing on that left. That's just a strong take, and Thomas had to respect her jumper. She's already hit one.
It's been there for Thomas already. Touch for Quinerly. 7 on the clock. Harrison whips it out. Watson open from the corner. Kyle Watson.
Great ball movement. You got the ball inside, back outside, make that skip pass.
And to the deck they both go. Soleil Williams. Hand off to Sahara Jones. Through Riviere. Jones. Strong to the hole.
And that's a tough matchup right there with Jones and Riviere.
Looks like a running back going around the edge.
Yeah, exactly right.
Shaw, wide open look, and she takes it.
Keep moving, send cutters, on-ball picks, make that defense have to switch, make them move and get out of position.
Off the hands of Hunter and out of bounds. Another turnover gives it back to West Virginia.
You think, oh, that was too quick, or they turned it over. When you can turn it over at the clip that they turn people over, you can have bad possessions and then come back in here and just do a quick little, hey, CC.
Hunter got in too deep, had to take an awkward look. And now Hunter's going to get serenaded by the student section behind us the rest of the night. Nice feed to Tirza Moore. Another bench presence for West Virginia. Tirza Moore cashes in.
Yeah, and you can see the guards of West Virginia able to get into that paint and get shots off.
And it's Coal Rush night at the WVU Coliseum. Mountaineers in black, the visiting team, Texas A&M, in their traditional home whites for the first road game of the season. With Meg Bulger, I'm Eric Little. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night from the WVU Coliseum. Second P4 matchup of the week for West Virginia, first this season for Texas A&M. Their head coach, Joni Taylor, said she wanted to give them a taste of Power 4 before going to the battle for Atlantis here in a couple weeks. Through traffic. What a floater and a finish from Talia Parker. Wide open. Watson takes it to the baseline. Better look. Shaw. Strong. Contact between Moore and Lauren Ware. Shaw to the bench. JJ Quinerly back on.
And that's usually West Virginia's MO. When they get it going defensively and they're pressing, so now you're coming back into half court, giving Texas A&M an opportunity to do things in the half court, which that's to their benefit. They certainly don't want to see that press all night.
West Virginia not shooting poorly from the field, 38.5%. They're 0 for their last 4 from the field. Quinerly, 4-3. Yes, on the money, JJ Quinerly.
And I'm just going to stay quiet and give JJ a moment to enjoy that one. I mean, that's got to feel good for her. It's been a while since she found the bottom of the net in that 3, but look out, Texas A&M, after something like that.
An answer.
That's a big answer. Soleil Williams, only 2 of 17 from 3, 11% so far this season, but she takes a lot of shots. She has the green light.
They say she's a better shooter than that. She's just had a rough start to the year. Woodley lost it. Watson dug it out, threw it away. Williams in a breakaway. Soleil Williams so low to the basket.
We're seeing a lot of half-court defense here.
Quinerly off her foot, an unforced error.
And there was no hedge. No one stepped up to help. West Virginia's better than that defensively. Against
the reigning Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, JJ Quinerly. Mountaineers have 5 threes this half. That's tied for the most in the first half this season. Again, Quinerly with hers earlier to snap an 0 for 10 spell against Pitt on Tuesday. Coming up on the final minute of the first half, and a lot of contact inside. Leah Parker, 2 of 4 at the line this season in limited action. The Mountaineers have turned it over 4 times in the last 4.5 minutes. Back to a one-bucket ball game here from the WVU Coliseum. Good crowd tonight for Coal Rush night. Mountaineers dressed in black, the fans dressed in black. They want to make sure they're here for a party, not a funeral. Shaw, mid-range, pull-up, drains it. Sydney Shaw's had a big first half. She and JJ Quinerly with a team best 7 each. The Mountaineers, a little breathing room. Texas A&M breaking the pressure. Soleil Williams, wide open back door. Defensive lapse for West Virginia, and Williams brings the Aggies back within a bucket. Four seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Quinerly trying to melt some of that away. In motion at 5. Quinerly step back, hacked. And the foul called with 4.1 to play. Quinerly 3 of 3 from the line tonight. 8 for JJ to lead West Virginia. Soleil Williams with 9 leads Texas A&M. 5 seconds. I don't think they see the urgency, or they're not going to take this shot. They get it in bounds. That's the end of the first half of the WVU Coliseum. A mixed bag, but West Virginia holds a 4-point lead. Custodial lining. That's a Home Depot kind of word. You know, I want the.
I know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm like, do I need that at my house? Is this something I need?
West Virginia looks to grow their 4-point advantage with the first touch of the half. With Meg Bulger, I'm Eric Little. Thank you for joining us from the WVU Coliseum. Friday Night Lights, or custodial lights. Blackston, another open three. Right where she left off.
That's great ball movement yet again, and that's both teams went away from that matchup with Ware and Blackston and see how long they allow that matchup to continue here in the first couple minutes, with Blackston doing exactly what she did, as you mentioned, Eric, in the first half.
Big bucket to put the Mountaineers up a touchdown. Skip pass from Coulibaly, almost too tall. Can't bottle up, gets it out of the sideline. 5 to shoot, turnaround from Ware, and she airballs it, and she hears the serenade from the crowd behind us.
Yeah, and you heard Markella talk about they were getting in the paint too much. They have only taken 2 threes. They switched to 2-3 zone that time and really disrupt things for the Aggies.
Another open look for Sydney Shaw.
Because the refs are not going to make the adjustments. You have to.
And you're going to see them a lot. So learn and move on. And Harrison does exactly that with numbers. Harrison takes it herself. Draws the contact.
And then draw contact, because I think they get off balance. They want to block the shot, but then she has a great hesitation, and they come down too early.
First trip to the line tonight for Jordan Harrison, a 91% free throw shooter this season. Drains both. I didn't have to worry about the announcer jinx as I gave the stat mid-shot. The Mountaineers up a dozen. Texas A&M's ball movement. What do you think of it this half, Meg?
I think they're trying to adjust to this 2-3 right now. They're not sure if it's a matchup. They are not a three-point shooting team. And that paint is packed. That was wide open for them with a lot of those runners. And you're going to get...
Lost herself on the floor, stepped on the sideline. One of your teammates, Yolanda Page, on the all-time scoring list. We talked about Yolanda in the first half. Moved to 19th at WVU. Wide open lane. And if it's as wide as I-79, why not take it yourself? And then there's some space between her and the next person that's out of bounds would be Georgianne Wells. I know that's a name. I remember when you met her. Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
You hear about Georgianne Wells. That was, yeah, I absolutely fangirled. And it takes a lot for me to do that, but it was pretty incredible meeting her.
Nice steal from Watson. Harrison, coast to coast. Beautiful move for Jordan Harrison to finish in this third quarter.
Yeah, they cannot find a way to penetrate this zone. You need to, wow, great tip there. Great hands from JJ Quinerly.
Better tip from Kyle Watson. Can she finish? You bet.
And that's what Kyle Watson does. We talked about her in the first quarter. She comes out of nowhere.
Williams connects.
The West Virginia went back man-to-man that possession. That's a huge three from Williams. They had to get the lid off the rim somehow.
Good ball movement to Shaw. Finds the space off the screen. Now Watson turns the corner. Blackston open for three. Yes! 4 for Kylie Blackston tonight.
She's been a difference maker. They have not found a post that can come out, defend her on that three ball. After 2 in that first half, you think, okay, we can't leave her. I can't help in. To this point, now she's got 4.
Oh, what a take for Coulibaly.
Yeah, Coulibaly's been a little slow getting it done here on the offensive end, but much needed there here in the third quarter. She's got to get more active on that offensive end and get to the rim.
Coulibaly says howdy in a big way. Blackston to the hole. Why not? Kylie Blackston can do it all. A game-high 14 to match the number on the front and back of the uniform. I was going to ask you if you thought Blackston was going to try for the heat check. Good defense from Blackston to force the miss there. Shaw in transition with options. Quinerly wide open. Buries it! Smile on JJ Quinerly's face. Frustration melting away.
Yeah, it's just not great transition defense there.
Another open three. Kent in and out. Texas A&M might be sensing it's getting late early. Player down behind the play, by the way. That's Jones slow to get up. Kylie Blackston is unconscious tonight for West Virginia. Coal rush. A lot of the fans wearing their black. The Mountaineers in black right now. Looking pretty cool in it.
That's great defense from West Virginia. That's the first time in 20 seconds that the ball even came to the right side of the floor.
And not a shot, a possession. Texas A&M trying to get paint touches, and they're not there. Quinerly through the seam, all the way to the 10. Soleil Williams, time runs down. Williams hoists, and Williams rattles one home. So a little bit of momentum for Texas A&M going to the fourth quarter.
Put a true 5 on her, take someone away, and put a guard on her. She's done a tremendous job shooting the ball lights out.
Mountaineers 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in the third quarter. They've hit 10 threes tonight. And they pulled out to a significant lead from the WVU Coliseum. Coulibaly, open look. She connects. Not a lot of open stuff for Aisha Coulibaly tonight.
And that was, nothing special that Texas A&M did. That was just a miscommunication there on West Virginia's part where Kai Watson got stuck down low.
Quinerly off one leg and off the window.
Yeah, you give JJ Quinerly space to go one-on-one. You saw West Virginia 5 out. It's trouble.
18 for JJ Quinerly. It's a season high for her. Another look inside for Coulibaly. Nice handoff. Lauren Ware connects. Able to step out and take those threes.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's just, do you have the green light and ability from your coach to do that or not? And when you make them, all day you do. Let them play without letting it get out of hand. This has been a really, I think, fair officiated game.
Aggies can pull within 20 with a bucket here. Coulibaly, head fake and a drive and contact. Aisha Coulibaly heating up in the second half.
A fan for a couple of minutes, up 20 right now, but literally walking into a fire each game and learning and testing yourself with new things, new abilities. So for Texas A&M right now, of course, you're going to see the fight and grit that they have. And for West Virginia right now, you're going to see a little bit of, we can play with some rotations. We can play with different personnel out there and see what we get.
Thomas cleans it out back to the Shaw miss. Jordan Thomas back in after a long outage. Right now, West Virginia's lead has dwindled. It was as big as 25. Mountaineers have had a double-figure lead for a lot of this game. A strong finish here is what they need. Parker cut off, steps back. Too short. Watson decides to go. The bucket for Thomas ended a long scoring drought for West Virginia. Contact inside. Makes Sahara Jones tuck in her jersey, and now we're back. Wardrobe all settled. Oh, what a beautiful take for JJ Quinerly.
And I love that she always goes to the basket, to contact, and doesn't avoid it.
Stick that silhouette on sneakers and a hoodie. JJ Quinerly with a season best 21. West Virginia gets it back. Lots of options for Watson. No look pass from Harrison. Had Shaw open in the corner, couldn't get it there. Maybe just a shade too cute for West Virginia, that touch.
Yeah, if it went through, the house, it was going to erupt in here, but sometimes simple is better.
Jada Malone slips past the defense. She's going to be a valuable contributor for Texas A&M down the stretch. Her redshirt junior, another player that's lost a lot of time because of injuries. Oh, Thomas can't finish. Malone
Great entry pass. I mean, laid it up there where no one else could get it, but Thomas, no help side defense there.
Crossover from Jones. Good to see her back after leaving with an injury earlier. Koulibaly from the corner.
Yeah, and Koulibaly, not a player that's going to take a lot of threes. Only 7 on the season, but she's realizing she needs to do everything she can on the offensive end.
Quinerly for 3. Yes! Percent of their threes tonight. That's the highest percentage since Oklahoma State in February 2018. So it's been...
The defensive adjustment coming out really shook Texas A&M, really kept them stagnant.
Yeah.
Didn't have an answer.
And part of why the bench scoring is down for Texas A&M. Wide open, JJ Quinerly in the corner. Bam!
And I think it's safe to say JJ Quinerly is officially back. Kind of been waiting on this the last few games, and you know it's there. You know it hadn't gone away.
Her career high is 33. She gets the steal. Little ways to go for that. Nice speed. Sydney Shaw!
That's just pretty basketball. I mean, that makes you... They say they have fun and like playing their defense. Why wouldn't you when plays look like that and develop that way?
The Mountaineers likely not going to hit the 30-plus turnovers that they hit in the first 3 games, but how do you like 20? That's not a bad number either.
Yeah, that's a strong number for most teams. That's exactly what you want to get to.
Koulibaly rattles one home. The iron has been kind to her in the second half.
Yeah, she's been great from that mid-range off the bounce and just hitting those nice little jumpers, really coming into her offensive stride here in the second half.
Joni Taylor told us in shoot-around, this is a team that feels like they're behind schedule. They've had some nagging injuries, and they're just now getting everybody back together. This is a team that's going to make some noise later in the season.
Absolutely. You have one of the most talented and bright coaches. You have Chelsea Newton, who played at Rutgers. They have a lot to learn. They have players that hadn't played in, over 600 days.
Right. For the Thanksgiving holiday, the battle for Atlantis as Harrison drains the freebie. The competition will continue to level up. They got a quick turnaround. They're back home Sunday afternoon against Northwestern State, so less than 48 hours. They got to get home. Play again. 5 points and 8 boards for Kyle Watson. Typical night at the office for her. Harrison's free throws push the lead out to 25 for West Virginia. Less than 2 to play. Mountaineers about to go to 4-0. Oh, nice step back off the back foot from Koulibaly.
Yeah, so strong. Her footwork is tremendous.
Shaw through traffic, gives it up. Moon with a nice find. Williams Foul underneath.
To defend on the perimeter.
JJ Quinerly looks to be done for the evening, and she hears it from the crowd. What a second half for JJ Quinerly.
Yeah, and I think that last couple of series there that you saw JJ hit the three, come down, get a steal. She loves defense. She's great on offense. She is such a complete player.
Harrison leaves after the free throws. 8 for her tonight, but she made her impact felt in a lot of other ways. It's that non-conference schedule we talked about earlier. The homestand continues Tuesday and then next Friday before the Mountaineers go to the Gulf Coast.
Just some really good tests.
Zion Nugent.
Growing, making these adjustments, figuring their team out. But Mark Kellogg just does a tremendous job of knowing his personnel, putting in the right people. My daughter Nola, her teammates Viv and Hallie, they got a game tomorrow at 11, so
good luck to them.
It's a good learning experience right now. They better get back, get to bed when I say, and be ready to play tomorrow.
What time is film? When you get home?
The whole way home. Don't ask me questions. Watch film.
Koulibaly's hot second half continues. She'll be one to watch for Texas A&M this season. That's for certain. Destiny Agubata can't keep the three-party going. Koulibaly picks up the foul on the other end.
You can have that kind of defense be that effective and come on the other end and hit threes and hit shots and move the ball. There's no stopping this West Virginia team.
Definitely the best out of JJ Quinerly for a while.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you kind of, not that she didn't play great. JJ's back. You can see where JJ Quinerly is ready to go. Those last couple of games.
Contact. You're right. Those last couple of games, though, for JJ, and it's one of those things to where
it's great to see her find the bottom of the net.
Homecoming of sorts for Kylie Blackston in that conference opener. What else are you going to do? You going to sit in your RV all night?
Yeah,
right. Come into the game.
Watch some Mountaineer basketball. Why not?
100 yards away. Mountaineers go to 4-0. Mark Kellogg to 14-0 in non-conference. Zion Nugent with a great finish.
That's a great take from Zion Nugent.
Tucked it like the Mountaineers hope to see tomorrow against Baylor. Go around the corner, seal the edge.
Protect that ball.
Protect the ball. A lot to like about this Texas A&M team. They still have yet to play their best basketball. They're going to make some noise in the SEC. Soleil Williams misses the three and a lot of contact inside. 0.3 seconds on the clock. So good on her for taking a leadership role. The San Antonio native drains the free throw. A lot of leaders on this team, some veterans, and a really good mix for Joni Taylor.
Yeah, they've got a solid group, and if they put this together, it's going to be good.
Mark Kellogg has a solid group, too. The Mountaineers come away with a 21-point win, their fourth of the season, their second non-conference win of the week.